admit, this can be a rather boring deck to watch, because we're going with Force Zero here. Yeah, we're going to be throwing away spell cards that damage the opponent 500 life points, which means we're going to basically rely on a card we keep adding from the graveyard back to our hand over and over and over again, you know, for a 500 burn effect. It's just really tedious to watch. Yeah, we got the card we wanted, Magical Blast. Boom, we'll slap that down to try and stop the opponent from doing anything too nasty. And we'll add Marauding Captain to the field, you know, because why not? After all, it's not like the opponent can really run over it right now. Between those two cards, he's not going to be able to do anything this turn at least. Yep, starting off by wasting time. That's fine, power up all you want. I'm okay with you throwing stuff in the back row, as long as it's not stuff that can destroy my cards. Lightning Vortex does not help with our other goal here, because we want to get Forced Requisition or whatever to help me throw cards out of the Kuribo's hands, just to screw with them, you know, additionally on top of what we're already going to be doing. Problem is, you know, I can only do that by using a card that causes me to discard as its final effect, which, you know, just isn't happening just yet. You know, hopefully I'll find it soon so I can actually start doing that. First, you also activate its effects off of discarding, you know, from your hand because they're forced to because you have too many cards. Yeah, Type 0 Magic Crusher is going to be our go-to for doing damage, but I don't want to use it just yet. Okay. Still just playing monsters, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, we can reinforcement of the army. Cool. I'd rather have a handful of spell cards right now to try and burn out as much damage as I can with 0 Magic Crusher. You know, quickly. Because I'm only gonna really get off one big burn with this card. Well, that will help with what I want to do with the discard card. Since that thing's final effect is, you know, making yourself discard something. Okay, can I draw it now? Gosh darn it. Come on, give it to me. Damn it. Well, at least we can force the opponent to have to use, you know, freaking Tribute to the Doom to clear the field off here. And of course, Kuribo drew it and then plays it. Of course. Come on, where's my Forced Requisition at? Well, great, I can't set that. We'll send that to the graveyard for now. No. No, I don't want to activate it right now. My god. I still haven't drawn it. At this point, screw it. I'll just be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards and burn off 3,500 life points, you know, just by sending them all to the graveyard at once. Ugh. Yeah. 500. Come on, another 500. I know, I wanted to use the discard effect, but I just don't have the patience to keep drawing, you know, any more cards out of this deck. Because, you know, I'm giving the opponent more and more chances, you know, to play a Mystical Space Typhoon and potentially start breaking my field. And I don't want to see that happen. But no, my luck, Kuribo will use this opportunity to play Remove Trap and get rid of my Type 0 Magic Crusher to still mess with me. Of course, I won't be able to do another big damage attack like this ever again. But, end phase. Let's see what Kuribo does. Well, we're gonna see a Remove Trap. Nope, apparently Kuribo doesn't have anything. No. Oh, cool. Finally. But I can't use that card, because, you know, I have nothing to throw away right now. I'm gonna have to wait a turn. No, don't activate the effect of a card. That's fine. I can use it to pay a cost, and, you know, activate this thing off Dark World Lightning's effect. Boom. And now I should be able to activate the effect of this card. So now from now on, whenever I discard anything, you know, Kuribo also has to discard a card to the graveyard. So we're basically gonna just start forcing him to discard cards in his hand. You know, we can't outpace him on that front, but it's fine. Yeah, add it back to my hand, will you? No. No, start the discarding. That's why I wanted earlier when I was doing that big discard, because I could have tossed the entire hand aside. No, one smooth move. Oh, the ability to summon a Kuribo, yeah. That probably would have been nice. I mean, it's not really going to help in this situation since I'm going for burn damage, but still. Well, let's draw a card. The sad part is I imagine if, you know, Kuribo does draw a remove trap at this point, it's going to be used on Forced Requisition, so I can stop. Doesn't have to keep, you know, discarding stuff whenever I do, you know, as a cost to pay for it. It's like, who wants to pay that cost over and over and over again? Ooh, Snatch and Steal. That card screwed me over more times than I care to think about. The sad part, though, is we still have to use this effect 9 more times. Ugh. So it's gonna take a while to get that win. Ugh, that's the one downside of this burn card. It just doesn't do enough damage quickly enough, man. Like, you have to have a lot of spells to do anything meaningful with that. And there's not, you know, enough draw power to make that really viable strategy. I mean, maybe if Kara's Sanctity worked like it did in the show, it would be a bit more viable to get, you know, a bunch of combos to do massive damage, but stands, no, that's not really a thing. And I decided to cancel out the damn thing's effect, and I didn't even draw a magic card to play. Yeah, I know they're called spell cards nowadays, but I remember when they were magic cards, damn it, until they got sued over it. That was so stupid. Yeah, just add it back to my hand. No, I have nothing else to combo with it right now. Of course, this deck also runs Rare Gold Armor to help out with Marauding Captain's effect, since it means I can play, you know, clip the trap mover here and potentially still gets effect off. Though I kind of wish I had put Shining Bow Seal in here so he could attack directly, help me remove back row. At least they give me an additional way to do a little damage. Not a lot, mind you, but more what I'm doing right now. I mean, let's face it, Magical Blast is way more effective in a Spellcaster's deck since I can do a lot of damage with it. Or more than I can do here, at least. Like, boom. This is definitely not a way I'd suggest killing somebody. Because it's really damn slow. Like, if you're going up against any sort of good deck, it'd have a way out of this at some point. You know, this is why I wouldn't use it against the Lord of Phantasms. Like, he would break this. You might annoy him by, you know, discarding some viable cards, you know, but it's not gonna, you know, stop him from potentially breaking it. After all, the Lord of Phantasms is very quick to play, you know, bloody, back row removal, especially, you know, if you're relying on it. It's like Dust Tornado or Heavy Storm, destroy his own cards if he has to. Yeah, add it back. No, what else would I chain it to? Wall of Revealing Light? That'd be stupid. Boom. And what are we gonna make the opponent mill this time? Oh, another Axe of Despair. Yeah, that's a great loss to Kuribo, I know. Well, let's add back in. Yes, the recycling power of this card does make this a viable tactic, just not a good one. And sometimes I can get 2 copies of Forced Requisition on the field, so I can basically keep Kribo's hand empty. So he doesn't have a way to play it instantly, you know, set back row or have a few monster slots available. Nothing's really got those right now. At least we're almost done, though, right? After all, we don't have to do this 3 more times. Sort of wish you could stack this thing's effect, but it's not one of those burn cards you can do that. Ooh, a reinforcement of the army. But I can understand why you wouldn't bother playing it. There's no reason to right now. It wouldn't help you. At least it's not going to help you get out of this situation. Okay. Do it again. Boom. And well, we got gonna get the mill. Gearfried, the Iron Knight. Oh man, I feel sorry for you, Gearfried. You have to deal with a lot of crap today. Oh, it's Blue Eyes. Yeah, that's definitely a useful card to play right now. You know, Kribo, if you played Mystical Space Typhoon, at least it would have opened up an option. Of course, I would have just played Wall Revealing Light and dropped my life points, but then again, maybe Kribo would have had Remove Trap on hand, for all I know. But yeah, that was a long one. Ugh. Don't think I'd ever want to play that deck again, because killing someone slow like that, you know, 500 burn damage at a time, just isn't that good, because there's other cards that do way more. Like, I can build a deck around D Dynamite that can easily do, you know, 6,000 plus points of damage, you know, if I can get enough, you know, mills with Neilworm and Banisher the Light on the field, you know. There's ways that I can burn the opponent for way more than a dinky 500 a turn. I mean, sure, you know, if you got full hand stuff, you can burn for way more than that with that card, but you're only able to do that really lively once right now, at least in this game, because there's not enough draw power to really get, you know, access to way more spells to refill your hand. I mean, I guess if I was running Magician of Faith, I could draw out, you know, another card, then use that one card to flip back face down, so I keep doing that multiple times to burn the opponent for 1,000 a turn. But even then, that still wouldn't be good enough in comparison to other burn options. Like, even, you know, Manthro Tro has, you know, better burn options, because it can run the Agent of Venus, you know, engine with Pot of Avarice to put the Mystical Shine Balls back in the deck and then draw them back out again for 1,500 and burn the opponent for 2,400. You know, it has a chance to cycle those cards around quite a few times, especially if, you know, if you're running stuff that get another Pot of Avarice in your hand, or you have, you know, the luck of drawing a few relatively early on. Because Pot of Avarice does let you know draw 2 cards when you play its effects, so you can potentially add, you know, 5 cards back to your deck, then draw another Pot of Avarice. I've had that luck before. So, ironically, this is probably one of the least effective decks I've ever built for burning the opponent, outside of a few stuff like Full Salvo or Fire Darts and whatnot. And those are decks I just would say don't even bother. And this is pretty much in the same regard. Like, don't waste your time on this. It's too slow. Way too slow. Any competent deck from this era would absolutely wreck this deck, because it's just way too gimmicky. You're not going to be able to reliably stall out most people, you know, for that many turns to slowly nickel and dime them to death. I mean, you can do it, but I don't see you being able to do it with any sort of consistency. Until next time, then. See ya.